Today, we're talking about a question that one of you on Instagram asked. You wanted to know more about stagflation and why that's a problem. Well, after Jerome Powell's talking points yesterday, it's a great time for us to talk about the Fed is facing and how that relates to stagflation. So let's start with the latest data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. They released a survey that shows that consumer expectations is that inflation rates are going to be increasing for the next 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. And the reason that this is really important is our expectations actually fuel actual inflation. If I expect inflation to be high, then I start to price things higher to compensate for that inflation that I'm going to experience. I'm also going to ask for higher wage raises to compensate for inflation. So once inflation expectations are baked in, it could create a self fulfilling prophecy where we actually observe more inflation. So, what is stagflation? Stagflation is a state of the economy where supply or production is reduced and the economy is slowing down. So, it's a time of recessions with higher inflation or higher prices. And it's a really difficult place to be in and a really difficult place to get out of it. For those of you that lived in the 70s and 80s, you know what I'm talking about. And in today's newsletter, I highlight a graph focusing on that. Actually, here it is. And what you will see is in the 70s and 80s, we had multiple recessions and increasing inflation rates. And that was a really difficult situation to be in and to get out of. So today, Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve are in a very similar position to the 70s and 80s. We have a slowing labor market. Unemployment is expected to increase. And inflation rates have actually been going up in the past 3 months. So the Federal Reserve has to pick between saving the labor market or combating inflation. And Jerome's statement yesterday indicate that he is focused more on the labor market than inflation. Which one would you pick? Labor market or inflation?